Okay, most of the people viewing this will understand the technical side of web authoring, constructing a site, and so on. So what we're really interested in is, from your own perspective, how the website has added value to the course you're teaching and to St. Mary's College more generally.
Okay. Is that the question?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Okay. A number of years ago, I was attending some of the extra student graduations, mainly BSU, and I think it was MECHA back then. It's LASA now. Mm-hmm. And I was really struck by the testimony students were giving to family members, to peers, to teachers. And I come from a background, although I'm a sociologist, in which I've done many life histories, worked with oral history, and so it really struck me that this was a really rich body of student emotional involvement with St. Mary's that wasn't being captured. And I began to think about how you could do that. And I began to think in the traditional ways that I'd been trained, such as get out the old tape recorder, have the students sit down, tape record them, have them write a paper, and originally I was thinking of a file cabinet somewhere. Put these life stories in file cabinets in the library and people could access them. Then I began to come more into the new millennium and realized that, gee, these might be really neat on a St. Mary's website of some sort, of which I had no clue what you could do, but I was still thinking very much in a text base. Could you scan the papers in, maybe some documents? I really wanted St. Mary's to not only honor these first generation students, but that St. Mary's, if we did this, would have something to enrich people wherever the internet could reach. I just really was thinking very much in older terms. And so when Dana and I began to talk about doing this class and the idea of a website came up, my first thought was, well, Dana can do that kind of stuff. I can't do that. But it turned out to be so amazingly, wonderfully easy through Contribute that the intimidating part for me of doing this disappeared. And another really important part, I think, was that the students, Dana brought me up on MySpace or MySpace. Students were really into it, and that we could make a really interactive, lively website through our class, but also the long-term goal that I hoped for, which was chronicling the testimony, the life stories of these students, could be done in a very engaging way. You could reach out on many different levels, and it was something that was doable in a semester. If you'd asked me when I first came up with this idea, I would have said no way. So I'm just really excited because I think we've really empowered students. We've got this project up and running, and I think without this contemporary web-based technology, it would have been still dragging along, and I would have still been looking into file cabinets.
Students, I think, in this era, this day and age, instinctually understand the power of technology, whether it's computers, cell phones, text messaging, etc. And in bringing this up in the classroom, especially during our Jan term class, and Phyllis and I think we're both very enthusiastic about it, you could see their eyes begin to light up. They saw that not only were their words and their work and their stories important, but wow, okay, we can kind of fuse the things we do in everyday life in terms of instant messaging in the computer with, gosh, something in the classroom? How is that going to work? And as we spent the days, the hours, the weeks constructing the text for the website, putting together these photographs, the students' eyes began to light up, and they saw, wow, we can do this, not just in our personal lives and not just as networking amongst our friends, but we can build a community here at St. Mary's, put in our time, our effort. We'll see something tangible at the end of January term, at the end of 4 weeks, and their enthusiasm was amazing. They were excited. They were drawing pictures. They were bringing in photographs. They were bringing in links to appropriate websites that they felt represented their experience. And here was something they could build that they weren't going to have to wait 9 months to see, or maybe I'll see it next year, or maybe someday someone will pull it out of the library. It was, no, I'm going to illustrate my story, I'm going to put it up on the website. And not only that, we've had great feedback with students, freshmen who have gone back to their high schools, have already began showing off their page, the website as a whole. So not only are they building community here at St. Mary's, but they're taking their stories, connecting it back to their high school experiences, back to their communities, and I think that's fabulous. It's been a wonderful, amazing experience.